Today I'm gonna grow a grandpa. Let's get started. Would you like to view the tutorial regarding basic game mechanics? Yeah, this seems like it might. This game is designed to be played with the mouse. Click the mouse button, right mouse, change cursor's image and function. Oh! How fast can I do it? Oh yeah, yeah baby. Game of the year. Only when pointing indicated by the extended index finger can you, the player, interact with certain menu buttons and prompts. Please click below in pointing mode. Oh, wait, you can grab. I'm sad the pointer doesn't like, or whatever. The second cursor mode is indicated by the cursors. Image featuring a hand extending all fingers. This mode concerns interacting with objects inside the world, mainly picking up an object and moving it to another position. To continue, please pick up the piece of trash on the right and place it in the trash on the left. Remember the right mouse button to change the cursor's mode, but when holding something, the mode cannot be changed though the cursor is not holding something. Whoa. That's it. There will be many situations in growing my grandpa that will require you to pick things up, place things, grab things, or give things. Don't be afraid to experiment and keep an open mind about using your hand. Please click the button below to continue. In order to expedite the cleaning process, you can use digits 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboards. Number row at the top of the keyboard to reposition the trash can below. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Game works good. Try moving the can to the right of the screen. Okay, hold on. Variety of video options can be changed. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the shaders because they get like this. Okay, that's normal. That's regular. No, that's regular. And I like a little wiggle. Press F4 to cycle through. Sorry, I looked away. Press F4 to cycle through display resolutions. No, press cursor types. I already did that. By factor. Whoa. Hover on the small question mark at the top right. There's a lot of options. Ah, okay. Cool. Ends the tutorial. Will you enjoy Grandma and Grandpa? Hell yeah, yings. Ow, I punched the microphone. Excuse Adrienne during music class today. I spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. It was her first time meeting outside their quarterly evaluations, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Mrs. Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrienne's emotional state. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand it, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when she absolutely must. Some things she simply will not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and accept that she will receive a demerit. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like the mouse icon on the bottom right. It looks like a peepee. Before meeting, I read Mrs. Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate some about Adrienne's home life. The parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrienne. She is often alone, and when she is not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and information when dealing with someone so young. It sounds like a game developer. Having two parents of this reserved and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. Inhibition. Yeah. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, for it eventually finds its way into regular life. I'm learning new words. Every game I play, I surmise that I would be able to reach out to Adrienne by way of make-believe. Oh. I need to turn the light off. Okay. How are you liking your new house? You told me you used to live close by, but it still can be a big adjustment. A new room, a new school. The basement. I like that. The basement. Yeah, well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and Dad made you go? Yeah, but there's lots of cool stuff. Well, that's not what they sent me down there, though. Why did they send you down there? Fighting. They were fighting, shouting. I came to help, and they shouted at me. So I said, "Go clean upstairs." So they said, "Go clean up downstairs." So I went. That sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? No. Well, It's all right, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. What was the girl's name in Sopranos? Adriana. It's all right, Adriana. Maybe you could tell me more about the base. Everyone's fucking Sopranos. Okay, well, it was weird at first, the stuff down there, but cool. I found something living, sort of. That's very intriguing, Adrian. Please tell me more. By indulging in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and parents. I want to call her Adriana because of Sopranos, but it's not her name. The symbols of Adrian's story seem to carry her own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of her anxiety. Whatever might come of our next meeting, whether she will engage in similar make-believe, I will set down her story here. Adrian's story begins with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intending on tearing away whatever they covered. Trash. Give me the trash. Give me that. Now this needs to be over here. There we go. Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Like a window, I offered. No, she said, like a mirror. Reflecting inwards toward the animal they covered. I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here is where the material reality of the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew or extended its shaggy-haired self, like hair like the fur of a dog, I offered. No, she said. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair on her head. It grew out towards her, the animal's hair. Reaching out, it was hard, standing almost straight, like the hair on a brush. A bristle, I offered. Yes, she said. She was very afraid at first, but then glorious. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away, she said. Things of Grandpa's as well. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. I heard these cryptic utterances and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details where I thought necessary. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the inanimity she feels in her own home. The hidden passage, I am unsure what to make of that. This happens every time. I just want to play a game. I don't want to read a book. The revealing of the concealed seems to be thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. Give me the hair. Poke the hair. No. Grandpa. The darkness of the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore here without some form of light. Okay. Twash. We gotta clean up. Hello? Oh. Once she removed the panel and found the magical hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book, a magic doll, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Eyeballs. Grandpa? What's up, Archer? I haven't grown a grandpa yet. Oh! Papers crudely bound together to form a book. Read now, please. No. I'm a child. I can't read. Oh! Photo of your late grandfather. Granddaughter. Mr. PhD. On the reverse side of the photograph, there is more text. Good luck on your trip to the urinals. Stay warm. What is this? This is, growing my grandpa. All-purpose glue. I gotta grow a grandpa. I'll clean the space. Will not be dirty again until next week. Yeah. Take doll. It's me. Slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. I interrupted to ask what she did with these magical, mysterious materials. Magical, mysterious materials. That's awesome. That's a good collection of words. Let me adjust my mic. There we go. Grow grandpa, she explained plainly. Grow grandpa. And then, without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Feeling this was a potent symbol, I stopped her again to ask what she meant. Somewhat puzzled, I did not understand immediately. She explained slowly. Your grandpa lives in the cage in the other room, the cage behind the door. They group people in the cage. Pick up the trash. A hastily written note. After repeatedly call your homes to no avail, and I have called them, and so I'm forced to leave this here for you while I found William sitting in the corner of the equilibrator, seemingly severely concussed. Whiskers was gone, and none of its usual hiding place. I immediately suspected the worst. The project must be suspended for now. I'm leaving up the usual mirrored coverings we use to keep the anthropodic void sealed. I have done my best to lock up everything on such short notice. It's a hasty fix, but it requires some time to find a more permanent remedy. I'm honestly hoping you do not find this note, as I intend to lock the house down too. I intend to race off to you to retrieve your lockbox keys. Do not worry about William's key, and the rest of the equipment is almost certainly deep within Whiskers. Now I pray you do not enter this room. No matter how it may appear, William cannot be helped and is only kept alive as a means of continuing predation on the rest of us. I will say once again, no matter what state you may encounter William, and he cannot be helped. I have sympathy for the young man, I truly do, but I found this on his person and several photos of his late sister, which could imply certain risk he knew he was taking. Our extended research materials did not become possible liabilities, either criminal or professional in nature, so I must stash them away. I believe I let you all know how I might do this if we were ever to experience an event such like this. I hope you all remember what I told you so long then. Is the doll the seed? I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Whoa. That's too much. doing an experiment. I'm just a little kid. I can't read all this. Beyond the door in the room, the cage was hidden, concealed in another cloak of inward-facing mirrors. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is strange, almost poetic. The elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, captivity. Tarp. Tickle, tickle. Oh. Gotta clean up that. At the cage, she finally cast her spell. But it was confusing, she confided, at first. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa. She combined them, and she wished very hard. I can only assume in this fantasy that next her wish would come true, and what child's story would it not? Glue. Particular human representation. Generic human figure. What? Oh, I'm choosing. Grandpa. Oh. Oh, I see. Doll. Glued together. A tangible symbol of intention and desire. She put Grandpa in the cage, assuming that was part of the ritual. She was not clear on how it worked. What precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. She wished with all her heart, and then she told me she waited a while for something, anything, to happen. And after that time, she began to cry. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. And it hurt me. It hurt me wish for Grandpa to come back, for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls, and it felt me through the air. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrienne, and she left to rejoin her class. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper if I can. Although I can be sure of nothing I interpret, the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea what the right questions to ask. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords you can discuss with Grandpa. Wish. Consider discussing this when Grandpa emerges. Oh, my microphone fell. You've also gained the following keyword. Shell. Consider discussing this when Grandpa emerges. Week 2. I did not expect to read a book out loud, but we're in it. Ow, my hands. Okay. Take my hoodie off. Hold on, folks. I met again with Adrienne in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past few weeks. It is our second time meeting, and while it is the standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student, as I assemble a report for the counseling department, I could not help but think as we sat down from my office that Adrienne already seemed to show a remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Miss Richardson's estimation of her as emotionally disturbed was erroneous. The paralyzing shyness and withdrawal attitude Adrienne possessed last week was not entirely diminished, but she seemed to hold herself differently this week. However, this only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to initial introductory pleasantries. When I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. So once again, I partook in some collaborative make-believe. This time I was aided by the fact I had managed to do some research into Adrian's grandfather, and I had some insight into what she might be actually finding in the basement. Now, this may be overstepping my bounds. As a school counseling caseworker, but this was all in the service of making Adrian comfortable and happy in this learning environment. Oh God. If I flub up the English language, forgive me, I'm reading as fast as I can. And I don't want to repeat myself every time I flub something up. In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make it a habit of sleuthing, but I have a suspicion the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of researcher due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on the campus I drive by every day bears his name in memorial. He was some sort of anthropologist or linguist or neuroscientist. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of this work became dizzying and I ran up against the limits of my undergraduate education. But back to the make-believe. What is your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? Not anymore, but I'm teaching him. So he's grown a good deal then. You've been feeding him well? Yeah, he's getting bigger, but he has a lot of room in his cage. He's still behind the bars? Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually. There's this vent in the ceiling. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe, but he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him, pick up after him. You store the food in your lunchbox. That's nice of you to share. He can almost talk. Can't speak with him. He doesn't have a mouth yet. But how do you feed him? He has a mouth on the outside, on his shell. Or the stuff that is the skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can go through a typical day with your grandpa. Okay. Asked her to explain how exactly she goes about growing her grandpa, and Adrian began another tale. According to Adrian, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. Why are you telling me? I guess let's test out. Having the shader off. Shader at max's. Pretty wiggly. Question marks. Examine. Everything that was here before is gone. I was biting my lip. Let's go see Grandpa. Wake, Grandpa. It was scary at first, she said, the way he moved, the way the dull skin covered him. I wanted to interject, but this somehow seemed inappropriate, but I kept listening. Grandpa has no mouth and he must scream. I tried, I have that book, but I never read it. Because it's just an angry robot, you know? When I look at him, she continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he is growing for me. So he's growing bigger now, he asked. Yes, she said, bigger every day. Oh, no. This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap skin, the follicles knit together what resembles a proper person, your grandpa. You are in charge of its cognitive development and diet until it is able to sustain itself. Currently, you are observing Grandpa. Please click the arrow back button below for a brief tutorial of your duties as caretaker. Holy shit. Here we can see a variety of options regarding growing your grandpa. Highlighted in the red are objectives related to feeding and teaching Grandpa. Important messages regarding Grandpa's recent activity will also appear here. You will need to find a food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Cool. Some foods will make Grandpa happy, others merely content. Some food will make Grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. Learning materials also scattered throughout the basement. Seek out vocabulary cards intended to help teach English and basic anthropodic concept formation. The options highlighted in red are related to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. The Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa. Feeding, teaching, observing. Accessing the study corner will let you go over any documents you pick up as the weeks go by. It's a good idea to learn about the work of the people who last occupied this space. Accessing the kitchen corner will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food for Grandpa if need be. The help button will replay this tutorial. Save game will save your game. You only have one save file at a time. Exit will take you to the main menu. More buttons may or may not appear depending on your development of Grandpa, so watch out for them. Finally, take care to explore the basement at your leisure. However, due to the anthropic nature of clutter and trash, different weeks may allow you to find different things you have not previously discovered. Good luck. Feed Grandpa glue. Feed Grandpa glue. Tutorial for what? Feeding Grandpa. Via introduction of your unprotected insula, Grandpa stimulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic a human mouth. It will need to be fed through this order to properly learn and grow. This game looks pretty neat. It's a lot of reading. Can't wait to feed Grandpa. First, you will need to select an item from the lunchbox. Click in the lunchbox in the bottom right corner. Contents of the lunchbox will be displayed. Nice food. Bad food. Select an item from the lunchbox. Doing so will fill your hand with this item. Unless any food can be put back into the lunchbox by clicking the lunchbox with a full hand. Before Grandpa can be fed, it must judge the food by smell. Hover your hand active over Grandpa's olfactory bulbs. If Grandpa is pleased, it will allow you to feed it. Most foods Grandpa will accept. However, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires some culinary deception. When Grandpa is willing to be fed, hover your hand over his mouth and click it. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck on feeding Grandpa. Give him... Oh, no. I can't give him glue. Attempt to communicate. No response. Food. Examine trash pile. Corroded battery isn't food. Grandpa might eat it. Okay. Oh. Hello. Teach Grandpa this word to read the notes of past educators. Module administrator will record our details on the opposite side. Gotta teach Grandpa stuff. All clean. Bulbous growth. Something appears to be growing from the wall. You take a closer look. A pulsating sac. The slimy membrane that is the skin seems to contain something. It might be able to be opened with a blade. The darkness of the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore here without some sort of cabinet. Examine. Slouching under the weight of rotten refuse. Cabinet. Garbage. Poopy. Blueberries. Ooh. The trash. We got the blueberries. Top drawer. Any blueberries? Before count of an acquisition. Oh. Oops. Could have read that. read my notes? Nope. Bottom drawer. Safe. Key. I'll find a key one day. Trash pile. Something about that painting looks strange. Search painting. Oh. A folder full of radiographic images. You can examine this in detail later at the study corner. Cool. Give me the trash. Oh. Fiberglass insulation. It's not food, but he might eat it. Grandpa, I got dinner for you. Give me the trash. All done. Get me out of here. Ooh, strong waste. Any fiberglass? Person. Magic symbols, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, Grandpa, we're gonna hope you like blueberries and batteries. Kitchen. Upper fridge. Lettuce. Grandpa's gonna love lettuce. And a banana. Prepare food. Soft fruit or vegetable. Banana. Unappealing item. Fiberglass. Conceal. Insulation is concealed in the browning banana flesh. That's how I cook in real life. Study corner. Documents. Paper doll. Paper doll. Radiographs. Okay. Examine educational posters. Family togetherness. Oh. Set of procedures regarding disposal interment. Gas leak, 48 hours. Biohazard bin. Give me that. Trash. All trash. How fast can I do this? What does it have to? Yeah, give me the spaghetti. Cashews, oh. I keep clicking the wrong button. Who keeps putting poop in here? Get the poop out of here. Grandpa. He's gonna like that word. I just know it. I can't wait to feed Grandpa and teach him. Gonna be a secret compartment. Let's see. You remove the taped down fabric to reveal the cabinet's wooden bottom. Grandpa's off his meds. That's okay. Because I'm gonna teach him. I'm gonna teach him how to take his meds. Was that the third one? Yeah. Medical imaging device. You slip the radiographic images you found on the machine's display. Oh. vacuum. He was broken, that's sad. No, he was 21 days old. I can't read that. There's an epilepsy warning in the beginning of the game. Maybe this is what it was talking about. Day 0. He was a vacuum too. He was also broken. He was only 6 days old. Poor other grandpa. Oh, he was not broken. Oh, he was not broken. Okay, we're gonna teach Grandpa. Then we're gonna reward him with food. Would you like to view the tutorial before you start? Sure. This brief tutorial will go over teaching Grandpa pronunciation and vocalization. The vocabulary word you picked will appear in the top left corner. In the bottom right corner will be a pentagon that is divided up into 8 sections. Section of the pentagon will be highlighted briefly. Notification sound will play and soon another section will be highlighted. You'll control a small round icon that sits above the pentagon by using your mouse. The ball is constrained to the limits of the pentagon. The goal is to keep your icon over the highlighted area and move it as the area changes sections around the pentagon. When you hold left click above the correct highlighted area, the icon will start to vibrate along with the simulated vocal cords. In the current letter of your word, you will begin to turn red. Keep holding over the highlighted section and adjust your icon as it changes place, so when the letter will become fully red. After every letter becomes red, Grandpa will proudly pronounce the word to you, and it will be considered learned. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate the cognitive development and lead to further breakthroughs in general intelligence. Yeah. Hello. You approach the small window set in the jailbird. Come on, Grandpa. Quit moving around, Grandpa. Hello. How you doing? Having completed the lesson, you take a look back at the vocabulary module card and the notes that were written by administrations of the past. Grandpa looking a bit funny. Yeah, he's tired. He also hasn't learned anything yet. We are already encountering some difficulty as Whiskers subjectively is so much determined by a diverse and dynamic array of influences. It attempts to mimic the thoughts and sounds and thoughts and desires it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of an identity. Only later in Whisker's growth cycle does it begin to form an identity or identities that are coherent and are capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who was not yet oriented in one particular way towards who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to those questions, all of them mixed and muddled together. Because of this, we have started with the basics: conversation, greetings, pairings, identifying one another, forming questions, etc., etc. As is fortunate, Whisker's growth 19, I believe, has developed a mostly accurate human-mouse simulation. Hello was a bit of a challenge in the previous growth, as it had failed to develop an adequate organ to act as a human tongue. This is my punishment for not reading enough books growing up. You step away from the bars and store the module card at the document table. Okay, go to Grandpa. We're going to feed you now. You approach the window. Grandpa quickly something. Click on Grandpa's nostrils left of its mouth. Grandpa's enticed by the smell. Full of food. We're gonna get the... Yeah. Ooh, here you go. I think he likes it. Although quickly consumed, the meal seems to be causing some digestion. With a sudden lurch, Grandpa empties his stomach onto the floor. No, the contents pull together in front of the cage. Damn it. Hold on, Grandpa. Let me just give you some cashews. Indifferent? Too bad. Eat your cashews. Sufficient? Yeah. Hell yeah. Should I feed you everything? Hold on. You step away from the window set and the bars. Grandpa silently slides back into its corner. We did it. Study again. I gotta do it twice. Oops. Oops. Go to Grandpa. Teach him. Grandpa. Grandpa quickly slides over. Yay! Kimba. Having completed a lesson, you take a look at the... We've done several sessions. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You can read faster than you can read aloud. So I gotta stop finding these reading games to stream. Just feed Grandpa again. Feed Grandpa. Look at him. Oh. You okay, Grandpa? Oh. Okay, we're gonna feed you. Okay. You want some... You want some... Hold on. Sorry, Grandpa. Yeah. Well, let me see if I can put this battery in your blueberries or something. Soft? Oh. Get me out of here. Sorry, Grandpa. Let me go feed you. Let me look at your stomach, though. Ooh. Before I feed you, Grandpa, let me go open up... this thing. You try the safe's lock with the key you found. And it pops open. A photo of your mother as a young woman. The recognition of this face kicks off a cascade of emotion and deep meaning within your psyche. I don't want any of this stuff. No? Oh, okay. I'm coming, Grandpa. I'm gonna give you some blueberries. Feed Grandpa. Come over here. You want some blueberries? Palatable. That's what I like to hear, Grandpa. Yeah. I'm gonna feed you the other thing. Fuck it. Too full. You want the fucking battery? Eat it. Something more exciting. You want blueberries, but you don't want lettuce. Okay. Well, fuck you, Grandpa. Yeah. Okay. Save game. End the week. Batteries. Okay, yeah, I know what I did. And conversation. Oh, I didn't have a conversation with them. Language. Victory. Oh, I'm gonna fucking, I don't care, man. Oh yeah, look at all that. Look at all that. If you want to read the Grandpa story, you can get this game for, oh, no. You can get it for $5 on Steam. Hey, how's Grandpa doing? He's gotten so big. No, wait, no. He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out. I can see them move around when I think about him. I don't know. What are you talking about? I'm so happy Grandpa is back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. Once again, for what it's worth, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Adrienne once again told me about growing her grandpa. No hairy thing. Examine. Trash. More trash. Who's making all this trash? Sick of this. Ooh, kiwi. Ooh. I want to eat that. All done. Bulbous growth. Cabinet. Who filled the cabinet with trash again? Do you guys feed your grandpa? You better. All clean. Top drawer. Like that there's options to put the trash anywhere. Top drawer. Life. Hey, why are you hanging out with my grandpa? He's my grandpa. I grew him. Grew him all by myself. Potato. Grandpa likes potatoes. Oh, clean. Another bulbous growth? Another one. It seems like it could be easily opened with a sharp edge. Okay. No time for that. I gotta clean up. Indecision. I'll clean. Grandpa, I got potatoes for you. Okay, let's go to the kitchen corner. Prepare food. Potato. Battery. Pear. Oh, he's gonna love that. We'll put the pear in there. And a strawberry. He's developing old man. Yeah, he is, and he's growing up all because of all the kiwis and potatoes I give him. Oh my god, everything's full of shit. Needs his food. I'll clean. Put all this trash in here. I'll clean. Okay. Get me out of here. Go to Grandpa. Hopefully he's alright with sour stuff. He better be alright with this battery and this potato. It's pretty bright in here. Look at him. He looks great. Grandpa, you look fabulous. Love what you did with your... I don't want to say. Observe. You examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa's gums are bleeding slightly and its skin seems overly dry. It may need a food packed with vitamin C. A kiwi fruit would be an excellent remedy. Aww. Attempt to communicate. No response. Teach Grandpa. Life. Come here, Grandpa. Come here. Come on, you can do it. Life. Cereal. When I get older, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get you some Life cereal. Life. Looking as young as the day you grew him. Having completed the lesson, you take a look back at the vocabulary module. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Oh, you step away from the bars. Good job, Grandpa. Here's a snack. Let's give him that kiwi. Eat the kiwi. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Okay. He'll be a poet in no time. This is how you learn. Teach him again. Indecision. This is how I used to learn words in college. Indigestion. Yeah. I can't read this, I'm a little kid. Go to Grandpa's, feed him again. Attempt to communicate. Grandpa sends your request, approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. Inner Grandpa still not fully formed is revealed. It may be fruitful to speak with Dave if it can respond. Oh. Ask about wish. Oh. Grandpa still struggles somewhat to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue, mouth, and jaw. However, it manages to rasp out an answer. Hunger is not enough. On the walls of the cave, the roach can be hunger transformed. Desire it is fulfilled by pain. Life indecision is deep, Gramps. Yeah. Your grandpa doesn't have the right words right now. I can only say, I love you. Aww. Love is not enough, though. Desire is not enough. Project it outwards. Make it true to yourself. If only and simple, then it will be enough for me and you. No. Tell me about your shell. He's just a little meat boy. Excuse me. The thought of meat made me burp. Something to grow in. My skin is not the doll's skin. My skin is not like your skin either. I can still feel your eyes on me inside my shell. I have many eyes to see, but I don't need them as much as I need your eyes, with which I can understand as seeing me. There is a cycle of attention. You give me myself, but I am still not that. Slowly I form human shape, and you see me more as human, and I become that. What's what that biohazard have been? They kept putting me in a box, sleeping, and then a light, and then in a box in the corner in the darkness. Most of you couldn't read then. The scribe came and wrote what everyone said. They wrote on strips of bark with thin reeds. No, it was not that. It was a paper posted somewhere. It had words to open the box. I was half dead in the box. The part of me that dies was put there for a long time. That part of me and other things they threw in are a refuse pile. Papers they discarded. Grandpa is old. My lives were easier before I made myself to speak, and before you made clothes to wear and rules to obey. Your grandpa remembers. I have learned much in many lives and deaths. Keep speaking with me. I love talking with you and learning from you, and it helps your grandpa so much. Soon I will be everything you would like me to be. This man can't say hello, but he's spitting out facts like this. Feed Grandpa. Eat the battery potato. Got him pranked. Okay, that's fine. Just give you a pair. You want the strawberry? You want the lettuce? Good. Can I save the strawberry? Okay. Yeah, I think I gave him too much. Save. Go to Grandpa. Examine stomach. Yeah, let's snip some sex. He's content and ready to cooperate. That's what I like to hear, Grandpa. Where'd that sack at? Carefully make an incision into the growth with your scissors. It is now possible to take a look inside. You peer into the small opening created by your incision. In the oily cavity, a powerful smell of rot arises, and many small increate beings lay motionless and dead. However, you just barely hear the near-silent slithering of something, or maybe it's just your imagination. Who put all this trash in here? Your sack's dirty. Oh, there it is. Tickle, tickle. Arthropod Remnant 1. Self-sufficient animal form knit together from years of ambient thoughts, left to crawl around the basement. Grandpa may enjoy the flesh. Oh, gotta feed you. That thing. Tickle, tickle. Hello, doe friends. Where's the other sack? Get me in the sack. Give me. Oh, hello. Safe. Okay. End the week. Week 4. This game reminds me of Darkseid. That's about as weird. Darkseid? What is that? Darkseid. Do not see Darkseid on Steam. Darkseid. Psychological horror point and click. Cyber dreams. H.R. Geiger. Oh. Yeah, it do be kind of looking like this game. That real ass man. Let me pull this up. It's kind of funny. Can I like click and drag? No. I have to save it. Oh shit. Hold on, I'm finding the picture. There we go. Here's a Darkseid. It's a random dude. It looks like some kind of Photoshop meme. I don't know. Get out of here, Darkseid. We're almost back here. It's a weird old DOS game. He's a man's man. I thought that was a joke stream title. Actually, the game's name, yeah. Except the game title has an exclamation point. time I have spent Cabellion, I can't make other changes in motives. Of course, it keeps the killer or when you're finished learning, growing it. However, something odd, occasional grotesque stories you might bring up still strikes me as meaningful. Love that era of games where they're just stop motion photos for sprites. Hell yeah, I wish it was still like that. How's your week been, Adrian? Grandpa's almost ready. He's almost finished. Well, sort of. He's almost as big as his big shell now. He has a face, he can talk pretty well, and almost has legs. I see. As before, I put down the story she told me as best as I could. Once again, Adrian told me about growing her grandpa. Name drop. Any funny things in here? Bulbous growth? Any more? Yeah, let's get some more wigglies. There it is. Gotta clean up, gotta find some kiwis for Grandpa. What is that? Bar soap. Grandpa will eat that easily. Nice. This is bizarre. What are you talking about? It's just another video game. Cabinet, top drawer. That was a cabinet, right? Nope, this is a cabinet. Meaning. Another one. I like the dreamy synth PS2 sounds, me too. Give me snails. Tickle. All clean. Search painting. Hey, the thing's gone. Yeah. Just clean up the place, will ya? Ooh, baguette. Flatbread, nice. Even better. Bulbous. Get me in there. Nothing. Alright, what's in the trash? Brimble. An arthropod on flatbread sounds good. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna serve that to Grandpa. See if he likes that. Mushroom? Nice. Nice. Boopy. Grandpa, I'm coming. Save that shit. Let's go to the kitchen. Any food? We got an apple. It's a good looking apple. And jackfruit. Ooh. On the gourmet grind. I just got an achievement. Collect all foods. I got all the food. Prepare food. Apple. Soap. Oh, he's gonna love this. Gonna make Grandpa a fine sandwich. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna like it, so I can't make it. Study corner. Filing cabinets. Who keeps pooping in the filing cabinets? Oy vey. Maybe that's a classic Grandpa prank. Yeah, maybe. Grandpa, are you pooping in the drawers and on the floors? Okay. Go to Grandpa. Oh, he's there. Observe. He's fatigued, anemic, spines are brittle. Perhaps he'll be more cooperative if fed an iron-rich meal like meat. Yeah. Come here, Grandpa. I'll give you some meat. Give you one of these. Here you go. Well received. What can I say? Your offering of flesh stirs something within Grandpa. From within the folds of his body, a weary proboscis-like appendage begins to emerge. It may be worth taking a look after the feeding. Knowledge you receive required as you're giving us a new conversation with Grandpa. Purpose. Let's just feed him. You want the soap? Eat the soap. Gotcha. See, I pranked you. That's what you get. Use a jackfruit. Let's give you another. No, let's give you the strawberry. You want to eat the old food first, Grandpa. Let's give you another meat. Oh, okay, never mind. You want a flatbread? Some cards? Curbs are too full. Okay. Bye-bye. Boing. Grandpa's been fed, now it's time to study. Nope. Meaning. So picky. Yeah, you're telling me. Come on, Gramps, hurry it up. I got class. Meaning. I am looking at this. You found the finest food those drawers have to offer, and he still turns his nose up. You know, he's just full. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, Grandpa. Need a haircut. Observe. Grandpa appears content and ready to cooperate. Yeah, you better be. What'd you pick up? Give me that flashlight. Need that shit. Proboscis. You motion to Grandpa to approach and point to the thin protuberance. Grandpa silently ambles closer to the bars and fully extends it towards you. I don't like this. A minuscule needle extends from its tip. There appears to be one more thing you must give, if only for the sake of propriety. Ooh. Oh. Mama. Doll. Oh! Grandpa has appreciated your blood offering and receive a symbol or totem from you now, although only one per offering. As blood-fed proboscis retracts back into the folds of the fabric, you step away from the bars. Yeah. Save. Alright, I gotta teach you. Oh. Grandpa appears content and ready to cooperate. He sure does. Attempt to... No, we gotta teach him. Symbol. Brimble. He did it. So proud of him. Man, that blood was the equivalent of him hitting the gym for a year. Right? Okay, let's go to Grandpa, see what he has to say. Yeah. The inner Grandpa, though still not fully formed, is revealed, may be fruitful. Speak to it. Oh! Little friends. You always got glasses. And a wiggly chin. Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Bow, bow. Grandpa loudly clears its throat before gently responding in a lucid, well-projected voice. You asking about my little friends? Well, yes, they grow bigger around me. Yeah, they come from me. They grow around me in pockets of flesh and protoplasm. Think of them like dreams, maybe. I'll explain. Have you ever had a dream that was sort of like a bunch of people, places, and events you experience all mixed, jumbled together? It's a sorting through and disposing of. I hate that one. And disposing of the refuse of the mind. My little friends are like that. Refuse, and in ridding myself of them, I'm casting off the excess material I did not use in developing life forms. Anyone who comes close to me, well, they are my eyes, my nose, my skin. The thoughts become mine and shape what I make. However, when I was alone for so long, I didn't have a lot of people near me. What you are thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do you understand? And so, because I did not have enough input from my surroundings in order to put the material to use, the material falls off my body, crawls away, and usually dies. Simple stuff. I am able to make the most of my material when someone is looking right at me, projecting who I will be, like you are now. What you are thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. You understand what I'm saying? Ask about his proboscis. Oh, you ask me about my proboscis? It's just a little tube I keep helping me feed on blood. You could say it's my real mouth, but it's not really a mouth. It's here because you fed me flesh. One of those little friends you've had, I think. You feed me flesh was a symbol, a proposition, if you will, that you wanted to hold up your end of the bargain with regards to your wish. If someone's willing to hold up their end of the bargain and let me feed on them with my proboscis, then they can move on to the next step of the agreement, providing me symbolic instructions. I hope that clears things up. Oh, you got another question? Do I like blood? Well, my whiskers, I believe they like the blood and the flesh, and it's strange. And they are me, and yet they are now me. I impounded them, they control me, and technically, yes, they did make me. However, you were the one who really grew me. In some ways, those whiskers, they are me, or a part of myself, or I am a part of it, whatever the fuck. That part of me is much more animal-like. You must be thinking of Half-Life because he looks like melted Gordon Freeman. Yeah. Jelly Freeman. Whatever might happen, you know that I will always love you, and because it controls me, I might not be able to act how I would like, even if I do love you. Oh, you're asking about language. Well, the more you taught me, the more I was able to learn myself by hearing what you were thinking and saying. A week ago, I could speak a little bit, but I was less of what you imagined me to be and not quite the talker I am at the moment. Part of what I'm saying is, of course, made up of what you expect me to say. I think I am very comfortable being open and honest with you because I am your grandpa and I love you, and certainly that's what makes up part of what I am. And off my phone. However, there's a part of me deeper down, the thing that created me, maybe that undying nucleus is answering for me as well, and unaffected by whoever might shape what I become with their thoughts. I don't know if I got any more questions for Grandpa. Gelatinous Freeman. Yeah. You asking me about the medical waste bin? I believe it's locked up. I heard them punch it in the code many times, and they placed part of the burn-up dying self into the bin. They often forget what the code was, and I had to, and they had to go check on the wall where they were always taping up sheets upon sheets of information, so much so that the newspapers would cover the old. What do you think we would find in there? Well, perhaps something they did throw trash in from time to time, bits of paper and so forth, and I remember seeing a man who looked quite like me. His daughter had given him a new photo of her new boyfriend. He threw it into the bin in disgust and joked with one of his colleagues. It may still be in there for all I know. What about your shell, though? Tell me about your shell. Ah, you asked me about my shell. Oh, well, you see, I like to have something to grow on. I have something shaped like a person. Helps me to have something surrounding me when I don't have skin. My whiskers do the growing. My whiskers, yeah, you know, the little things. I'm a part of it, and it's a part of me. However, my whiskers are what you hard you wishing for me to come back, and so they went to work in the shell you provided. The shell also helps you envision me as what you would desire. You have such a nice imagination. If I weren't in my shell, you have my whiskers exposed and knitting together my face. That might interrupt the feedback loop of my reading your desires, and then acting upon the desires I've read, and then once again reading your reaction. We wouldn't want that interfered with. The material of the doll you put down is good fit. It's not the most comfortable, but it's quite flexible, and thankfully my shell was able to adjust nicely to my growth. Oh my god. Ah, you asked me about my wish, eh? When you wish for me to come back, that's when I knew you would. When I would, you definitely were wrong. You wish for better. No, I love that working, but we did a little bit that's where your intention is something that makes your desire to get reality. Grandpa, I'm glad we're talking, but you've gotten very wordy. I'm out of here. Offer mother doll. Grandpa's spines quickly reach out and envelope the doll. Before drawing back, the doll quickly vanishes within the folds of Grandpa's skin, constricting and then offering your mother's image to Grandpa, symbolic is sated by blood, instills in you a concrete sense of completion. Grandpa gives a soft, affirming grunt. It senses deep within your mind the ritual transformation of your desire. Although Grandpa must receive both the mother and father totem before the fulfillment of your wish is assured. Dada. I need a picture of Dada. Save game. And end the week. I think we're almost done. Who could that be? Come in, Adrian. Good to see you. Are you a little early? No matter. I suppose I have some time now. How have you been? How's your grandpa doing? That's why I want to talk to you. Something happened. Oh, what happened? Nothing bad, I hope. No, nothing bad. Just different, I think. Maybe even good. Well, I'll tell you about it. Well, last night something woke me up. There was this noise at first. It was like it came from the walls. I could hear it from my bedroom, but there was something else. Something calling. I could just hear it. Barely. I was afraid somehow Grandpa hurt himself. I had to go find out. I went down the stairs in the vent, the place where I first found Grandpa, what I grew him with. It was open. You remember how I told you about the vent in the ceiling behind the bars? I was thinking he climbed up into it. He got so big he could have done that. Maybe he got trapped somehow in the vent. I had to go see. I got inside, I heard the vent. I heard the calling again, more clearly this time. Grandpa was definitely in the vent somewhere. I could feel him hearing my thoughts. I got that weird feeling, a sense in the air. I had to go forward. Well, let's go. Oh, God. As I moved in closer, the vent had stuff in it. The kind of slimy, hairy stuff Grandpa would leave around a lot. He was definitely close. Something was there at the end. But it wasn't Grandpa. It looked maybe like he had made it through. It was slumped in the corner. Had a weird mouth. It had its lungs on the outside and drew in just enough air to call out. And then it just stopped. And then something was hanging over me. And then I woke up in my bed. In your bed? Adriana, it sounds like it was quite a dreadful dream. Are you alright, by the way? Your face is twitching. Like you're about to have a violent sneeze. I'm gonna stop with the echo. Only Grandpa gets the echo now. I'm fine, it's just Grandpa. You see, it took like the whole while to figure it out, but later when I was brushing my teeth, I saw one of Grandpa's whiskers poking out. I just saw it was under space under my eye. And I started to remember how in the vent he hid inside of me. It was so fast I could barely remember. But as soon as I started to feel him slide around in my head, behind my forehead, and then behind my eyes and nose. It doesn't hurt at all. It just tickles. I'm glad I can be with him, but oh, I can feel him now. I think he wants to meet you. Part of him is moving down my arm. Oh. I'm starting to get worried, Adrian. You really shouldn't be twitching like this. I should walk you to the nurse's office. Come on, let's go. You should really meet him. I've told you so much about him. Here. What are you doing, Adriana? You're starting to look very ill. Please, just wait. Just wait. He's coming. Just stay still. He's gathering. He was waiting at my fingertips. Why do you look like that? You don't gotta be afraid. Look. Oh. It's loading. That was awesome. Oh. Multiple endings. Oh. Yo, we beat the game. That was pretty cool. It's hard to say if this was worth $5. It's been an hour and a half to get one ending. I could play again to get another ending, but I don't know if I would have to like continue from the very beginning. That was sudden. But to be honest, who hasn't shown their therapist their grandpa through their fingertips? Exactly. Very typical ending. And the grandpa came through the fingertips, but like, now what else? I feel like the story has just begun with that ending. I would say get this game on sale since it's only an hour and a half of gameplay. I wouldn't refund it because it feels a little bit more than just some game on itch.io that would be free. But this wouldn't be, if this was free, I wouldn't think that this should be worth money. That's not nice to say. I pretty much got a movie's length of content. And if I wasn't playing on a stream, I would have like kind of really bitten into the reading. And I think I could have gotten another half an hour of like reading in to get more of the backstory. And visuals are just stunning. That was awesome just to look at. But I really did not expect so much reading. Like, I don't think the trailer showed that much reading. It made me tired with all that reading. Didn't expect that story. That point of view switching. Yeah, it left me wanting more. Well, I usually like to stream for 2 hours. But I also want this to be like a complete package. So if anyone wants to watch the stream, they can, or they want to watch the Growing My Grandpa gameplay, they can just click on the video and cut and dry. So I'm going to end the stream here. And for now, welcome, Carl. Yeah, you are late to the show. You know what? I'm gonna cut the stream and I'm gonna come back, and we're just gonna play a random game demo. I got a lot of game demos. I want to play one that I wanted to play, and yeah, was it fun? It was interesting, and I was engaged to see what was happening next. Good tiding, my G. Yes. To you as well, GF. A lot of trash collecting. I'm seeing a pattern with a lot of indie horror titles that are like small, where there's just a lot of tedium. Like, a lot of B horror movies have the issue of like having boring parts that are not well written. But then there's like just a little bit of what you came for. You pick up you look at the title and the poster for the movie, and you think you're going to get one thing, but you get a lot of filler. And then this games like this, the trash collection is the tedium, and then the grandpa is what you came for. But there was enough of all the visuals, of all of the twists and whatever, to make up for the tedium of the trash collection. Like padding, that's rough. Yeah, this was only an hour and a half, so I didn't... If it kept going, I would have, like... I was more annoyed by all the reading out loud, which is not the game's fault. I was more annoyed by that than picking up the trash. I guess I need something to fill the space, but I'd rather just have a shorter, punchier experience, which is hard to say, because this is as short as a game can get. That is like can tell a complete story. 30 minutes of excellence beats 2 hours of it. It's all right. When will you be back on? You know what? Everyone, stay in the chat. I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Open up another game, and I'll be on in a moment. Baba Booey. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to put highlights on the second channel of this game and other